Today is the Blast from the Past Christmas Edition Open Playlist. This is being hosted by Simply Becky DIY and co-hosted by myself. And we are taking an old favorite movie of ours and doing DIYs to go along with that. And I've chosen Frosty the Snowman. I will be doing some trash to treasure Christmas decor DIYs. My name is Leah, and this is JunkerNecker DIY, where I bring you new budget decor videos every week. On my channel, you'll see things like thrift flips, Dollar Tree DIYs, and trash to treasure projects, of course. I will also occasionally share my shopping hauls. If these things interest you, please subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you. Now these pop up on Pinterest and around YouTube every year. The coffee can top hat. I've been wanting to make one of these for a couple of years, and actually I have two that I've put my unique spin on. The first one, I'm spray painting a melamine plate that's seen better days, and a coffee can, of course. And I'm just going to spray 2 good coats on that. Once they were dry, I brought them inside, and I put a generous amount of hot glue on the bottom of the can and glued it down. Now most people will turn them upside down, but I want the top open for an arrangement. Now the rocks aren't going to stay. They were just there to weight everything down while the glue dried. And now this ribbon is 3 inches wide. I'm going to put 1 row at the bottom, hot gluing it down and wrapping it around. And I tuck those ends of that wired ribbon over to give it a clean finished look. Then I went right on top of that ribbon with another row, and that completely covered the coffee can. So apparently the coffee can is 6 inches tall. I matched the pattern as best I could, and that's how it's looking so far. I wanted to put a red ribbon hat band on this, and I would have preferred some sheer red ribbon, but I didn't have any, so I chose this burlap. The reason being, I want to still be able to see that print through the ribbon. It was a little bit too wide for my liking. It was a 2-inch ribbon, and I cut it down to about 1.5 inches. And with the part that I cut off, I used it to make a little bow. And then I'm going to hot glue it onto the hat band. Here's how it's looking. Much better, much better. Very Alice in Wonderland, I think. Now I'm going to show you how I made these glittery candy canes. I made more than one. I'm using the Dollar Tree glitter face filler and some 10 gauge wire. This wire is much easier to work with than floral wire, although you could use that, but it's a little too flimsy for my liking. I'm just going to alternate red and white in a line. There are about 4 different sizes of this glitter vase filler, so I'm trying to match up the sizes. First I'm doing the largest ones, red and white, red and white. Then when I get it to a length that I like, I'm just going to crook it right over. And there's my candy cane. I'll snip off the excess at the end of that crook and then put a dot of glue in between the first and second foam bead. And there I have 2 made with large, 1 made with medium, and 1 made with small. The large and medium, I left the longer piece of wire on those so I could stick them into an arrangement. Now here we go with the arrangement. I'm just going to take a block of foam and cut the edges so it'll go down into this circular can. And then I started off putting some of my greenery and such in, reaching into the can, but that just wasn't working out well for me. So I do end up taking the foam out since it wasn't glued down and working on the arrangement outside of the hat, then putting it together once I finished. These greenery sprigs are out of an old Christmas wreath, and I think I put about 4 of those on. And then I'm going to go in the middle with a few holly berry leaves. I just love holly at Christmas time. I actually have a set of dishes with holly print on them. So pretty. And then after that, it's time to start adding my candy canes. I put a large on the back right, a large on the middle left, and that medium-sized one is going to go right in the front and center. Now I'll set it in the can, and voila! She is finie. I think it turned out really great. And I can use this after Christmas, of course, with my Alice decor. Kind of steampunky too, don't you think? I really like how this turned out. Now for my second one, I'm spray painting the plate white. I'm also going to be respraying the coffee can because I decided to go over that with the white instead of having black and white together. That would have been silly. Now the bottom of this coffee can is made differently than the other one, so I actually had to layer up my hot glue so that it would connect to the plate. Weight it down with some rocks. Let that cool off well. And then for the hat band on this, I have some sheer white ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and it has some silvery snowflakes on it. I'm going for an icy look with this, with a punch of color. Well, a punch of 3 colors, to be exact. Here I'm showing you how I fed the beads onto the wire, and then I go in between the first and second with glue, just like so. And that holds it on, keeps those beads from sliding around. Yeah, be sure to leave a long stem for you to put them into your arrangement. Now I'm using some icy and some snowy looking foliage from my stash. I think the icy picks came from Walmart after Christmas last year. I'm pretty sure it did. And I'm going to put those in before I put the foam in because they're pretty tall. I'm going to let them go all the way down to the bottom of the coffee can, and I'll arrange it in the coffee can this time. After I put my candy canes in, I thought, it needs a little something else, so why not put a purple bottle brush tree in there. That's from Dollar Tree, from their Halloween stock. And that's how that one turned out. I actually like this better than the black hat. Even though I love it, I love this one a little bit more. In hindsight, I probably should have painted a line of purple or hot pink around the bottom so the hat band would stand out. And I could always go back and do that later on if I decide that I really want it. So that's it for today. I thank you so much for watching my video. And please check out the playlist for this challenge using the link in the descriptions below. And also, I'll leave a link for Becky's channel, Simply Becky DIY. If you love Farmhouse, you're going to love this girl. Until next time, bye-bye.